Welcome to the Advanced Projects by Progressus training video on planning lines to sales orders. We'll do a review of the process of creating, updating, and deleting sales orders from the planning lines. We'll also review the options for sales order invoiced of either at shipment or through project. In the first video of this series, we reviewed creating new projects with the settings for the new sales order sales invoice features. In this video, we'll cover how to create sales orders from the planning lines. We'll start in the project list and select a new project we created, so C2, and then select Related Planning Lines from the ribbon. The planning lines displayed here were created for this project in the budget. In the planning lines page, we've added a few fields that are specific to sales orders, such as customer number, customer name, sales order action, sales order number, sales order status, and process sales order error. From the planning lines page, we can now create sales orders from the budget planning lines by selecting Create from the sales order action field for all three planning lines. For creating the sales order from this project, it will take the customer number, the quantities, and cost and price amounts on the lines, and will copy them over to the new sales order lines. To create the sales order, once the sales order actions are set to create, click on the Process Sales Order Actions in the ribbon. The message indicates that one sale was created, 0 was updated, and 0 was deleted. Click OK to proceed. Scroll to the right now, and you can see the sales order number that was created, along with the sales order line number for each of the three planning lines. The status now shows Created. If you need to update the lines of the sales order, you need to go back to the budget matrix and make the updates there first. In this example, we'll update the number of hours for this resource. Click the ellipse to check if the hours field is accurate. Review and then go back to the budget matrix. Change the number of hours from 10 to 20. Next, let's change the quantity for the hotel expense from 11 to 21. And finally, update the item quantity from 12 to 22. Now to change the quantities on the existing sales order that we just created, return to the project and the planning lines where the budget was created from. Note that in this example, our project does not require approvals. If it did, we would need to submit the changes through the budget approval process before proceeding to the budget planning update step. Now, reopen Project SOC2 and click on Budget Planning Update. From the Budget Planning Update page, you can click Copy and Update Project Planning Lines in the ribbon. Click OK to the message that the copy and update has run successfully. Now if you navigate back to the planning lines by selecting Related Planning Lines from the project list, you'll see the planning lines are now updated. Note that the sales order action is now automatically updated to Update because the system communicated the change in the budget to the related planning lines. The next step to getting these changes into the existing sales order is to navigate to the ribbon and select Process Sales Order Actions. Click OK to the message showing no sales orders were created. 3 updates were processed and 0 sales order lines were deleted. To review the updates to the sales order, click the Sales Order Number link in the planning line. Review the line items quantities, and right now they show as 20, 22, and 21, and previously they were 20, 12, and 11. You can see the exact information that was copied from the planning lines, and if you scroll to the right, you can review a couple of important fields here. As mentioned previously, we added a couple of fields to the sales order pages. Here, you can see the sales order invoiced, set to at shipment, and sales order creates usage, which is not selected. Now, if you go back to the planning lines and you want to delete lines on a sales order, change the sales order action on the lines to delete, or you can delete the lines directly from the sales order as well. Note that if the sales order is partially shipped, the status displays as partially shipped and it's not editable. You can't delete the line either from the planning lines or from the sales order. If you try to delete a partially shipped order, you'll receive an error message. Sales order cannot be deleted because sales order has posted quantities. From the ribbon, select Process Sales Order Actions. Click OK to the message that no sales order lines were created, none were updated, and 3 lines were deleted. Now that the lines are deleted, you can see that the planning lines are updated and no longer show that sales order number, so you can use the sales order actions to create a new order. Thanks for your time in reviewing what's new in Progressus Advanced Project Sales Orders, Sales Invoices, related to creating, updating, and deleting sales orders from planning lines. For more information on inventory enhancements to advanced projects by Progressus, see the Advanced Projects Help content link included here.